Don't worry, I'm waiting until everyone else is finished because I'm still having problems with the agenda.
Right.
Am I not able to save it as next week's agenda until I've populated it with names?
Okay, do you want to
No,
share
I
your
think
screen
we-
and demonstrate?
Yeah, that's it, I think.
Right, Derek, thanks for your time this morning.
This is what I've called the standard monthly meeting.
Right.
I want to be able, I haven't populated it with any of the roles as yet. But there's no, if I change the name of it to next week's meeting, I seem to lose that standard monthly meeting. Does that make sense?
Not something I would.
Well, tell you what,
Makes
just
perfect sense to me, Neville, because you're actually changing the one thing. You aren't making a new one to have two in the end. You got this one and you're just changing the name. So it's going to stay there as that new name. The old name's going to go.
Yeah, I think you might find that it changes to 3 next week's meeting if you just save it as opposed to saving it as something else.
Okay.
Right, so let's try and
Let's see what.
yeah, you
Um,
need
What can I?
But you're editing the agendas, the templates, as opposed to a meeting agenda. So I thought you
Yeah, I don't want to have to go through and set all of this up
every time. No,
every
No.
time.
but
I've
this
set
is
it up as the standard monthly meeting, and I now want to be able to go in and save it as 18th of December 22.
Neville, on the screen, you've got the agenda name on the left, which is what it's currently called. And by changing that box on the right, it renames that agenda to be this. So it copies over the top of it. So you need to leave it as the name it is, and then select it as an agenda template, and then rename it for that particular day, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, have you saved the actual template?
Yes.
right. So this will save on the agendas. It won't have any effect on templates. It's agenda settings, not template settings.
Hang on. I'll just call it
No, don't change.
SM1 at the moment. I'll just call it as SM1.
Yes.
That will
just
rename the
scared you were
current
gonna ruin all your
template as
work.
that name that you're changing it to.
Okay, that's in red, so it's something I didn't like.
Okay. Okay. That makes sense now. So, yeah, okay. That makes sense now.
It's changed to SMI on the left.
Yeah. And I still have the,
Standard
Okay.
thing.
no.
I see.
That's a template you're dealing with, not an
Yeah.
actual agenda for a particular time.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can make an agenda template for, say, contest, right? Or a speakathon or something like
Yeah.
that as a different one. But you're still going to have to use that template, whichever one, to make your actual agendas.
Yeah. Okay. That's okay. I have a better vague recollection of what I'm supposed to be doing now than what I had at
Okay.
5
Well,
to
that's
9
good.
this morning.
That's
Okay.
good. If you're still stuck, then we can always have a session offline about it.
because the table topic speakers, we can't assign to anyone until after the meeting.
Okay.
No, well, that would be a decision for the club to say, do
Yeah.
we have a 10-minute table topic session, or do we have a set number of speakers?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
but that is a very good example of just doing a quick sweep after the meeting, and it's generally this would be probably the education role, or maybe membership, whoever manages that the meeting settings, just to go through and make sure that the agenda for the meeting actually matches the one that you ran with, not the one that you had at the start of the meeting.
Yeah, because basically what happens, for those of you that haven't been to Northern Impromptu, every pathway speech is impromptu. You're given 5 minutes notice of it. So we have a title master who sets the title, sets the topics for the speakers. He would give it to speaker one, while table topic speaker 1 and 2 are speaking. So he's got 4.5 minutes to prepare his speech, while speaker 1 is getting to the end. The title master will then give the topic to speaker 3. And the Toastmaster of the day will run another table topic to allow them 5 minutes preparation time.
Mm.
This is not your standard
fun?
agenda, but it's fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm Friday evenings, I'm afraid, are terrible for me, but that there is an impromptu club in the States that I'm thinking of not joining, but going to see how they do it.
Yeah. You get some quite, it's basically an extended table topic that you get.
That'd be interesting to do a public meeting.
No, they're too complicated.
No, they're fun.
Oh yeah, they are.
When the general evaluator says there should be far less profanity in this meeting, and you work it out how you're going to be within Toastmasters standard of decency and the general evaluator's comments.
Well, if you
ones I heard was the general evaluator said so-and-so should use less ums and ahs, and so-and-so was one of those speakers who never ums and ahs at all. And he was very deliberately going,
One of the best we ever did was when I was a member of Paurua Toastmasters in 72. We had Daryl Phillips giving a speech, and his evaluator gave the speech, the comment that I couldn't understand why Daryl threw a tantrum during his speech. Daryl, being the sort he is, was on the ground kicking and waving his arms around, throwing a proper tantrum. Yeah. Those that tend to speak very quickly, the recommendation is that they should slow down. For those of us that have measured pace, we need to increase our speed and learn how to speak very quickly like this. It is fun. It's a lot of work, and you've got to make sure that your evaluators match the speakers, because it would be no use the evaluator giving something which will embarrass the speaker.
It's not the idea. The idea is just to have a whole heap of fun.
Yeah. An ideal last meeting before Christmas.
I like that. I can't understand why so-and-so gave a tantrum, but it was a fine example of vocal variety.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, yes.
But
But,
that's just me setting up meetings.
yes.
You have
yeah.
been warned. Probably
Thank you.
probably with Groucho Marx, you know, and I wouldn't want to be a member of any club that would have me as a member.
Yeah. But thank you very
Oh,
much, Mike and Jane, for your input today. I picked up what I needed to sort out. So for me, it was very beneficial. I've
Good.
now just got to put it all into practice.